Hey y'all, today's video is going to be my December recent reads. I am pre-filming this a couple weeks early due to the holiday season. The first book I read was called The See You at the Finish Line, and I gave this book 4 stars. And both characters were runners. It was really good. Then I read Plain Love, and one of the characters uses a wheelchair. Then I read The Christmas Blanket, and I gave this 3 stars. It was a little novella. The next one is The Holidates, and I gave this book 4 stars. Then I read Alchemies to Lovers, and I gave that book 4 stars. Then I read Matching All the Way, and I gave that book 4 stars. It's the sequel to Iced Out by Veronica Eden. Then I read On the Way to You, and I gave that book 4 stars. One of them has a amputated leg, and the other one has a different disability. Then I read Nerdgasm, and I gave that book 5 stars. And one of the characters has a stutter. Then I read The Coldest Winter, and there is neurodivergent representation, and I gave it 4 stars. Then I read Forever Wild, which is the part of the Wildcat series, and I gave this book 3 stars. Then I read a duet, and I gave both books 3 stars. Finding Jean, and I gave that book 4 stars, and there is Endometriosis Rep. Then I read Make It Sweet, and I gave this book 4 stars. Then I read Fool Me Twice at Christmas, and I gave this book 3 stars. If You Give a Single Dad a Nanny, 4 stars. The next book in that same series is If You Give a Billionaire a Bride, 4 stars. The next one is called If You Give a Grump a Holiday Wish List, and I gave that book 4 stars. The last one that came out, second to last, is When You Give a Lawyer a Kiss, and I gave that one 4 stars. Then I read Sunrise Nights, and I DNF'd it. It wasn't for me, and I was super excited for that one. Then I read Cruel Winter with You, and I gave it 4 stars. Then I read The Xmas Holidays, and I gave that one 4 stars. Then I read Drive Through Miracle, and I gave that book 4 stars. One of the characters has cerebral palsy and also has seizures. Then I read Weak Side by J. Silvis or something like that. I can't remember. It's the first in the series. Then I read Rolling On, which is the 3rd book in the trilogy, and it was about Ellie, who had feelings for a main character that is in her same grade, and I loved it. It was 5 stars. Then I read Close Knit, which is a knitting and influencer romance, and I gave this one 5 stars. Then I read Accidental Attachment, and I gave that one 4 stars. A Royal Christmas, 4 stars. Guava and Grudges, it's a 2 characters have to basically save their family's businesses, and I gave that one 4 stars. Then I read Ruckus, and I gave that one 4 stars. Then I read the entire Time Reverse series, and I gave that 3 stars. Then I read Holding the Reins by Paisley Hope, and I gave that one 4 stars. Marshmallow and Jordan, I gave that one 5 stars, and one of the characters is paralyzed. Snowden for Christmas by Jacqueline Snow, and I gave that one 5 stars. Then I read Deep Water, and I gave that one 5 stars. Then I read Ice Bet, which is the 2nd in the series. I gave that one 5 stars. Then I read Pluck Block, which is the last book in the series with Ice Bet, and I gave that one 5 stars. Method Acting, I gave it 3 stars. It was okay. It wasn't my favorite. A Nanny for Christmas, I gave that one 4 stars. This Is Not a Holiday Romance, 3 stars. The Seat Filler by Sariah Wilson, I gave that one 5 stars. Home for Christmas, 3 stars. I'm Not So Over You, it's about these two people who reconnect, and it's a second chance romance, and I gave it 4 stars. A Cat Cafe Christmas, I gave it 3 stars. A Royal Princess Christmas, A Royal Christmas Princess, 5 stars. Playmaker, 5 stars. It's a hockey romance. Thanks for listening, 4 stars. One of the characters is Ace. Then I read Finding My Elf, and it's 3 stars. Let It Snow, 3 stars. With Love, Echo Park, 5 stars. Then I read a trilogy. The first one is called Nick and Noel Christmas Playlist, 4 stars. There Is Something About Mary, 4 stars. And then the last one is Along Came Holly. I gave that one 4 stars. Overall, I read 69 books in December.
Current position. Wave 4. Current. Play. Fast forward. Transcription. Pause. Done. Pause. Done. Dimmed. Pause.